Hey everybody, before you continue watching the video, make sure you give the channel a like and subscribe. Go and follow us on Instagram. Go and check out all the different social media scenarios. Make sure if you're enjoying the content, go there, like, subscribe, follow, so we can keep putting stuff out. If you've got any questions, leave a comment. All right, make a comment on either of our pages and we'll answer them as soon as we can.
It's an awesome achievement, eh?
Yeah.
It's a lot harder than people think to come to another country, different language, and be able to achieve that kind of, graduation.
Yeah.
Good.
And then I only started this after finishing, because uni in Brazil, you can get out, but when you're doing another language, you have to study. I was living in the library when I was at uni, and I couldn't afford to fail. It's expensive here.
Yeah. You have to make sure it happens. We talked about this type of like attitude or stuff for people that migrate or move to other countries and stuff like that. You under like a different level of stress and scrutiny and stuff like that. You don't have the chance of like, if it doesn't work out, I'm just going to go live with mom and dad. If it doesn't
responsibility
work out,
comes like...
it's like everything. Like I just think it's funny that people, for whatever reason, have like picked a bigger, more intense form of accountability for themselves, always gravitate towards jiu-jitsu. I don't know why. It's just a common belief thing that happens from people, or something that they learn by necessity throughout their life or whatever. A lot of the people, and again, it's not everyone. It's not like everyone at jiu-jitsu knows everything about life and has to get everything figured out. No, we've all got problems. We've all got things we don't understand properly. But for whatever reason, most people that started, things earlier on in their life, sports, jiu-jitsu, whatever, most people that go and move to other countries or move away from their parents and take on a sense of independence earlier on, they start to learn about themselves, and I think that's something that's missing a lot. Everyone's like looked after all the time from just like most people that live in, whether it's in any type of Western country or whatever, like everything's catered to you and you're looked after so much by daddy government or daddy mum and dad, whatever, whoever it is, they look after you so much that you don't even put in a position where you're forced to grow as a person. You can get by just sitting on the couch and smoking a cigarette and getting the Farmers Union iced coffee, walking down to the the corner store. Like,
that's true.
I think it's interesting that a lot of the people that we have talked to on these podcasts, or the people that we meet doing jiu-jitsu, that always have this same kind of thing where they've accepted challenge and responsibility in their life, or they've started things early that bring challenge into their life. They always seem to gravitate towards jiu-jitsu at some point. It's really, for me, it's interesting to notice.
Because jiu-jitsu has this like very fundamental aspect. You're going to have lessons every day, and you have to improve, which is exactly the same when you throw yourself in these challenges. Like, you're going to have lessons every day. You have to keep accountable. You have to have the responsibility to overcome whatever happens. You can't rely on assistance or coming back. You just have to push forward. So it is both are very, very similar. You know what I mean?
I think it's like it's a very like compact, like parallel to life. You know what I'm saying? What you're doing here in jiu-jitsu and stuff like that is the same thing you do in life. It's just in a more controlled, safer environment. The thing that I think that we haven't really talked about it before, but lots of people like to talk about with the techniques when we teach and stuff like that. Oh, what's the best thing? Or what's the thing that works the most? And the thing is like, I constantly have to say the same things. Like, there is no best thing. Depends what you're trying to do. And the thing you start to learn later in life, or after, learning jiu-jitsu and getting decently good at it, is you start to recognize there's no one thing that's better or worse than anything else. There's only things that you do, and then the outcomes from them. And it just depends what you want as the outcome, what you want as the result. And like for me, I've learned so much more about life than the technical skills of jiu-jitsu by doing jiu-jitsu, because of all these ideas. And if you just think about it a little bit, or if you put yourself in a position like moving away from home and studying overseas and challenging yourself with all this crazy stressful stuff, and like evolving and becoming a bigger person and a better person and always trying to improve yourself, Like you realize so many different things about life and yourself. Man.
And I think there's a point where I'm pretty sure happened to you as well. Like I remember when you challenge yourself and you have these experiences, a lot of the times you're gonna make like a fun with it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like things that you challenge yourself and then you accomplish or you don't accomplish. You have a laugh. You have because at the end of the day, like you're gonna have memories. That's all that matters. They're all about memories. You're gonna get old, man. What counts is the memories, you know.
And there's gonna be good ones and bad ones, but like man, there's ups and downs in life. Like,
but even with the downs, you can have a laugh. Yeah, man. That's the beauty.
100%. You can laugh about it. You can go, I shouldn't have done that. That was silly, whatever.
But if you never exposed, you're not gonna have so many of these stories. You know what I mean? To tell, you know. And these stories, what makes life so fun, man. I think
that's true.
You know, like you're pretty sure you had some stories that, like, man.
Yeah, it's the same with, you know what I mean. The same story talking about of like being scared of the guy that was bashing everyone in the soccer field and stuff like that, and you're like, I better learn that. You know?
I remember a funny story because in Brazil we would never have to install air conditioning. You know what I mean? You give like $10, the guy that look after your mom would do it, and the guy would go, oh, what do you want? You know, the air conditioning. You don't even see it. You just go and turn it on, isn't that right? So I remember here I rent as soon as I arrived, I rent this apartment here, and I was like, Jesus, it's so hot, man. Brisbane is crazy, and I was like, all right, let's get this aircon, save some money, bought the aircon. I was like, all right, man, how do I install that? Okay, I have not a clue. Well, it's not mine. I can't put it. There wasn't a place. It's like, okay, I have to build like some like a dodgy, get a piece of plywood, open a hole. I never touched this stuff. Put it in there, tray. Man, when I turned it on, it was working. All I did, like for half an hour, I got a beer and keep drinking like in front of the aircon, like so happy,
Thanks for watching the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you give it a like, subscribe, and a follow. Check out all our different social media platforms. There's heaps of content coming out. There's different snippets and content on different platforms. So make sure you're on everything. And again, if it helped you out, recommend to somebody else, and hopefully it'll help them out too.